Leo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for mid-March. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit today. Before we jump into the tarot, I'm going to pull just a quick animal. Maybe in previous readings I pulled animal spirit messages, but we're doing angel oracle messages this morning. My goodness, the retrograde is already hitting my lips, so sorry about that. Let's see what your angel number guidance is. Thank you for tuning in, for sharing this space with me today. I'll try and keep it together, y'all. All right. This is when readers do a tap dance. You know, remember when you were a kid and you were like trying to, I could never do it, where you're hitting your head and you're, rubbing your belly, the drummers. Jenna's not good at that. All right, but the retrograde, it does hit languaging, so be careful with your words. You might have some Freudian slips. All right, what is the angel frequency? Leos. What are the angels trying to send your way? What are the messages? Spirit, thank you for presiding over this reading, as always. Thank you. Okay. Yes. 444. Now, it doesn't get any better than that for angel messages. For a long time now, and you can decide too. I mean, angel numbers have a specific meaning, but it doesn't mean you can't write out numbers and actually tell your guides, this is what it means when you show me these numbers. So it's up to you. You can be organic about it, go with the flow of what a lot of people say they mean, but also I've actually designed some of my own numbers, so when I see them, I know exactly what they're trying to say. All right. 444, protection. Get ready for the good things you've been hoping for, Leo. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going toward your ambitions. I know we've been reading about that for you in the readings lately. And the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make things happen. So this card is a card of protection. Spirit is watching over you, making sure that you have everything that you need. Keywords: change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, and love. Yeah, whenever I see 444, I feel so much love coming from the universe. It always makes me smile. So I hope as you go about your business the next 2 weeks, couple weeks, whenever you see this, that it warms your heart to see those numbers. All right. I have a new deck. It is very exciting. I am in love with this deck. It is as you can see over here, this is the Angel Number Oracle deck that I was using. Okay, if you're curious about that. That's in my description box. This is brand new. I just got it 2 days ago. It's called Tarot for the Great Outdoors. And it is awesome, okay? We're going to be highlighting different national parks, different beautiful scenes in America. So if you didn't love our country already for its natural beauty, you will now with these cards. They're gorgeous. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Current energies, Spirit, for Leos, mid-March. Current energies. Okay, let's get started here. Your tarot spread. Oh, that one to come flying out. The Magician. As you can see, she's carefully stepping over these rocks. I'm going to get my glasses on. The Magician, and this is that's why I wanted to read it's called, and I'm so sorry for all of you in Hawaii if I massacre this, Waimea. I believe that Waimea Canyon State Park. It's in Hawaii. I mean, look at that. Don't you wish you were there right now, people? Look at that. The Magician. She knows exactly what steps to take, okay? The Magician is guided by their own inner knowing, okay? Balanced, right? The nice thing about this area, if you think about Hawaii, you're getting all of the elements. Fire, the volcanic activity, water, obviously, air, beautiful scenery and earth, of course, with the rock as well. That's where all of it converges. I think that's why they selected Hawaii. You are manifesting something, Leo. Something quite nice. Oh, in a brand new beginning. The Fool. 2 major arcana, Leo. What's going on? Are you feeling the magic of a brand new beginning? And again, this is another national park here. The Great Smoky Mountains. I was just about to sing, but I'm not gonna. Ella's like, my daughter's like, do not sing, Mom, on camera. Please, for the love of God. Tween vibes. The Fool. Looks like you manifested a brand new beginning here for yourself, Leo, and it feels so good, so fresh. It feels very youthful, fun, free. The Challenge, the Ace of Sticks, otherwise known as the Ace of Pentacles. This is another new beginning. And somehow this is a challenge. Maybe you've got a new opportunity, a tangible opportunity. This is part of a sticks are wands, okay? And this, it's really cute because it's, symbol of fire, symbol of our passion, our drive, our ambition. So you do have a new beginning. And maybe it's tempering that. I'm not sure why it would be a challenge, but we're going to get into why. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow, this is a pretty pivotal time for you. 3 out of 4 cards right now, major arcana. You got your compass, right? You got all of these animals guiding you, okay? Wheel of Fortune traditionally is a card of great change, fortuitous change, having to make important decisions. Which path will you choose? This is in Yellowstone, full of a varied assortment of wildlife. You can't get more varied in any national park than Yellowstone. There are so many different things going on there. So you could have, in the recent past, experienced opportunities that just, you felt like you were lucky. I'm getting at. You felt like you had a good luck. You know what, Jenna, I'm feeling some luck here on my side. The Page of Blades. This is a really innocent card, otherwise known as the Page of Swords, okay? This is a young ski instructor. He's got little ones trying to learn how to ski. So this is taking your attitude, right? Whenever you're looking at page energy, we're really looking at people that are deliverers or receiving information. He's guiding these little kids. And he's doing it so innocently. So your opportunity this month is to have fun, be playful, and really consider what kind of messages that you're conveying in your work life or with the people you love and what you're receiving. You could have an opportunity to learn something, okay? And I'm feeling that you need to take an innocent approach. Whatever you're learning this month, whatever you're pushing, right, your energy toward, your passion, okay? Because this wand energy, it has a lot to do with your inner fire, okay? It feels like you need to let it out in a playful way. Golly. All across the board here, we have, God, I wish you could see these. One of these days, I will figure out my technology and I will actually show you the screen, okay, of the card, the desk here. Justice. And people were correcting me because this came up yesterday in my reads. This is Balancing Rock, and it is in Big Bend in Texas, okay? Look at that. Who knows how long it's been there, and how on earth is it balancing there? So I feel in the near future, you're feeling the vibe of things coming into balance for you. I mean, this is extremely positive, Leo. The Seven of Blades. Ooh. Otherwise known as the Seven of Swords. Whenever we look at sevens, this is the card of faith and patience. These mountain goats know how to traverse difficult terrain. So you could be going through a difficult project or a difficult experience with another person. This is in the mental sphere, something that you're having to really use your intellect, all right? But this is about perseverance and having faith. So the road may be hard, right? There may be limited resources where you are in this situation, but you're going to figure it out, okay? I'm getting this vibe of there could be some sort of challenge ahead, but it's going to be something that's going to help you come back into a better balance, okay? You're going to have a fair and just energy around it, despite it feeling a little bit hard. You might just have to be pushing through a hard couple weeks at work. What you don't see coming, the Four of Sticks. A need for solitude. This is also known as the Four of Swords. This is the card of rest, okay? Taking a break, but also taking time to reflect, spending time alone in nature, possibly around a campfire, right? Where you can just be alone with your thoughts. So something might happen in the next few weeks where you are going to feel compelled to go spend some time on your own, okay? I don't see there's anything major, okay? This all feels very balanced. Let's go into your hidden truth. We're going to pull that later and clarify that. We're going to put that right here. Okay. Sorry to see this deck. When I have to put it away and clarify, I don't like it because I just want to keep playing with it. All right. Let's clarify. I want to go into the Magician. What have you been cooking up? What have you been manifesting? Definitely a new beginning in some aspect of your life, Leo. A new beginning. You're ready. You are ready. Maybe you're taking on a new business, a new project, a new community endeavor. What is this that you've been manifesting? A new trip? Queen of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Ooh, Knight of Wands. Okay. You may have had some pain that came up in a connection where things stabilized much faster. It could have been something that was kind of on repeat, where in order for you to move through it, you had to really come from, sometimes when we have connections where there's a buildup of energy and you feel weighed down by it, bogged down by it, it's almost like in the recent energies that you've been dealing with and will be dealing with, there's a need for moderation, a need for bringing things back into balance, but it almost feels like it just kind of took care of itself. Through your own manifestation abilities, you were able to really ground and move past some pain that maybe in the past it would have hit you differently. I'm just getting that you course corrected and you came out of a feeling of feeling trapped. This could have been in your work life where you felt almost like a fear of ruin in some sort of sphere in your career. I think you had fears around your own stability or around staying in a job. And whatever pain you were dealing with around that, whether you were having a difficult coworker, your boss wasn't valuing you, or you were just getting burnt out with what you're doing. Something's shifted. You came out of a feeling of, I don't know if you wanted to quit or you were ready to be done with it, but you could have left a situation and work because it wasn't really providing the stability that you wanted. But at any rate, you just zoomed right past some pain that you were dealing with. It's the Fool here. The Ten of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Two things could be happening. Some of you, this is going to pertain to your career. Others of you, this is going to pertain to a connection. For a connection, there was an opportunity to bring things back together again. Okay? You're currently working through some drama. Okay? Whatever pierced your heart, you're trying to move past it. You're trying to forgive. You're trying to stabilize the connection. Okay? You're in a brand new chapter with someone you foresee long term, but there's some blocks in the way the energy is being given. Okay? We're going to go into more detail around that in a minute. You're aware of the problem. You're aware that it's kind of like, it could be one of those ongoing issues, but you're trying to take a lighter, let me learn from this, let me change. This is someone you want to hold on to. You see long term. But you know that there's some blocks in the way you're both investing in this. I can feel and hear and sense that you want them to invest differently day to day. It has to do with the things, it's not the words, it's the actions, okay? You're willing to really be fresh and open, okay? And not carry the scorecard from the past. I'm getting that. For others of you, if this is around your career, you've been in this career a long time. And it's brought you a lot of happiness, but you're ready to invest your time and energy into something brand new because you want to change, okay? What is the Seven of Blades here? Why is the Seven of Swords here? Queen of Swords. Really trying to persevere. Wow. Yeah. Current energy for the rest of the month. You are really making important decisions with the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess in the world. I don't know if YouTube's going to not like that, but wow. This is a beautiful energy of balance in self. You're wrapping up a cycle that was very difficult for you at times. Very difficult. You know, I think you had to take charge. And you could have been the one to take charge in a relationship or in your work profession, whatever you do out in the world. You've learned a lot of how to like be the voice of your own authority and to really let your intuition guide you. I see a beautiful balanced energy despite any hardship that may happen for the rest of the month, Leo. I'm seeing such a shift in the collective. It's actually quite shocking. It's shocking me. I'm not gonna. How can I explain this? I've been on YouTube for a while, you know, since this past August in 2023, and there was a lot of toxic cycles and drama, and now I'm seeing like so much of the growth and the transformation required to go through hardship without feeling like a victim, without feeling like you have to run for the hills in fear. Or maybe it's the viewership that I'm calling in. I'm so proud of all of you because these lessons are hard, and they're hard-fought battles when we fight against the grain and the conditioning of our own selves and our own inner wounding. And you're showing me, you know what? Life can be hard, Jenna. I have a hard time sometimes at work. I have difficult coworkers. My relationship, I don't always get what I want, if you're in one. My family members are hard. But you know what? I'm wise. I make healthy decisions for myself. I've learned a lot about myself. I really, really am an intuitive soul. I know how to follow the voice of my own inner wisdom, no matter how hard it gets. And it's just, when I see these energies, it's just, I can't help but be like, I'm like a proud, you know, proud mama over here. I have a motherly energy. But again, I kind of consider all of you, you know, and I thank you. I thank you for the relationship that we have. I'm here to support you, okay, on your journey. And you're showing me the ability to move through pain and grow, the ability to overcome any hardship and blocks in your investments, willing to take a brand new approach in your energy, innocent, happy, open. Your risk-taking is coming from a place where where you can get blocked sometimes. But you're really, really moving through it. And when you're looking at the other and how you relate to the other, whoever the other is in your life, you're taking an approach of learning from it and growing more wise, Leo. Hangman at the bottom. Wisdom. Sometimes we hang upside down and we get uncomfortable, but you learn so much. It's not the things that happen to us. It's how we handle them. It's how we react to them. And you're showing me a grounded energy, a loving energy, a forgiving energy, a kind energy, even when you're getting hurt. You're speaking up. The Queen of Swords knows how to speak her mind. She knows how to create healthy boundaries. And she knows how to be guided by her intuition. This wheel, things changed for you slowly. I knew it. Oh my God, Leo. You are embodying the Queen of Cups and the Empress energy. And you slowly, like, it's almost like you went through this last cycle was so slow. But by the end, you're like, I love myself. I'm a beautiful, radiant being of light. I mean, the Queen of Cups is the embodiment of the maternal self-love, that emotional maturity that we have. And then turning towards the Empress, glowing up, nurturing others, nurturing self. It's like you're like, I'm going to sit here and enjoy this. Something happened that allowed you to really glow up, Leo, in the recent past. I think you manifested a brand new beginning. You had a beautiful connection come into your life. There are some blocks. There will always be blocks. It's called fear. And that's what you work through. I feel like maybe in the past cycles, you maybe would have freaked out, right? By things that maybe you're encountering now. But when you grow and you become more wise and you start really honing in on your intuition, and I've been talking about this lately, you increase that light quotient, you start holding a higher vibration, whatever comes at you, you have self-trust. Self-trust is probably the biggest key. That's the Holy Grail. It's loving, right? Being in a state of love, but trusting self. When you trust self, everything's easier. What's this Page of Blades? This recent past is blowing me away, Leo. It's like you fell in love with yourself. And it changed you. It changed your whole vibe. It changed how you see the world. I'm seeing significant changes in the collective. And I am so pleased. You have no idea. I am so pleased. Page of Blades. The opportunity. Yeah. Oh my God. Leo. Page of Blades. Let's take an innocent approach. We're going to be on the ski slopes. You maybe even have taken someone into your, you may have a soul contract that you could be living with this person. Six of Cups. It could be your own child. It could be a family member. It could be a partner. Someone you could be married to. This person, you're doing the work. They're doing the work. And it's brought this playfulness. I mean, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Four of Wands over the Page of Swords, Page of Blades. This is taking an innocent approach, learning, right? Learning through practice makes perfect, right? I feel the two of you are doing all the hard work that you need to do to really create balance, create harmony, create joy. You're in a good pocket of energy the rest of the month, Leo. Your opportunity is to enjoy all the work you're putting into a connection to make it light, playful, and fun. After going through some hard times. And if this has to do with your work, and you don't want to talk about love, you are glowing up in your work life like never before. You're bringing in your mental acuity. You're using your intuition in your endeavors. Even if it's not a spiritual type of job, you're still using your inner knowing, and it's helping you advance, okay? And you're in a brand new cycle right now, and you are feeling fresh and light. You're moving past some pain in your work environment, not feeling appreciated. You are now being seen and recognized. You were moving forward. You were advancing in your career. You have a long-term goal, okay? And you're going to remove any blocks. You might be getting help from others in your career right now, okay? This could apply, both of those, career and love could apply to you. But if the love isn't your bag, definitely things are working out in your career. You're really honing in on your skills. Some sort of craft that you do in the world is calling a lot of attention to you, and it's creating a lot more stability. And you're learning a lot, even about what you do, how you do it, okay? Doing it with precision and skill. I think what you do, not a lot of people can do, okay? And it's bringing out, this inner child, this playfulness. This is a period of time where you might actually fall in love with what you do. For some of you, you've been doing it a long time, and you're re-falling in love because you're connecting with people on a level that it's feeding you. There's something around you sharing what you do with others and feeling really good, okay? Getting that reflected back at you. When you are, some of you are teachers and your students are really just pleasing you because they're really excited about what they're learning. Some of you are craftsmen and you're getting a lot more attention. Okay, craftsmen, whatever you're building, products, services, people are noticing you. Okay, they enjoy being around you. What's the challenge here? I'm telling you, Leo, you guys are going to have a really good rest of March. Things are coming back into balance. A lot of you might be entrepreneurs out in the world, and you're starting to feel like things are becoming more prosperous. Ace of Sticks. What is this? Ace of Wands. Fiery new beginning. Ooh. Wow, the moon is calling you forward. I think that there's been a lot of unknowns when it comes to how to express your own passions, your own fire. I think you might even have this energy, and I've picked up on this with you, Leo, where sometimes you don't feel that romanticism in your relationship. Okay, for those of you that are in a connection and you feel like there's been something that's lacking, something that's missing. And I think the challenge, all these things are beautiful and good. I think try not to overemphasize if you're playful and you're feeling really connected to the person that you're with, and there's still a little bit of blocks. Some of you who are really opening up into a new beginning in love, okay? You singles, I think this is speaking to you. This new beginning, you could have a person of interest coming towards you. It's unknown right now. The challenge is keeping the faith, feeling a bit trapped, like, when is love ever going to come, Jenna? Okay. I think your opportunity is actually to call in a new soulmate, and it's not going to come without work, okay? You still have to learn and grow and work on yourself. And see, that's the thing. It's like, if you can be content being single and really enjoying your life, with or without romantic love, it's almost as though I think, and I've been in this position where if you just attach yourself to an energy because you don't want to be alone, a lot of times those energies, they're going to teach you the things that you would learn by yourself without all of the trouble and the drama and the hassle. So wouldn't you rather learn that on your own in a more peaceful way than to have to deal it with someone who you know you're not meant to be with, you know it's not right for you, all right? So I think that you have learned from making choices in the past where you didn't listen to your intuition. So for you singles out there, I do believe that you have a brand new beginning. And you felt a little held back when it comes to people coming towards you in love. But you have a Knight of Cups coming towards you. The challenge is opening up, okay? With the Fool here. You're manifesting beautiful opportunities for you, Leo. For those of you who are single, you have love coming in. Okay. For those of you who are really working hard in your work, you have new contracts, new projects, new people coming in, new money, new. This is all, you're in a brand new phase in your life. And it doesn't matter how old you are. You know, when we see the world for the general energy and we see the Fool and the Magician, you're in a period of believing more in yourself and trusting in your path. Okay. You have a full heart and you're embodying more power. Okay. And while the grind has been slow and the process has been slow, sometimes we have to take baby steps towards our dreams and our goals. Overnight success, I could do without that myself as well. You know, you want to gradually arrive, right? And I think that's what you're doing. You're gradually arriving, Leo. And I think that you remove the blocks that keep you afraid of commitment, that keep you afraid of experiencing more pain. You start really loving yourself, and then you start really opening up, and what remains hidden from your view, what remains elusive, starts to come towards you because you believe in and trust in yourself now. This is your victory lap, Leo. All of you Leos out there, I think you're going to have a really good rest of the month. This is a good year for you. You got to start believing in your own power. What's this divine justice in the near future? And then this need for solitude. And wouldn't you have it? Right here with the Fool. You may even be trying to course correct in a bond where there's been some strife and you're trying to move past some heartbreak with this person, okay? And there were blocks on a long-term commitment, but things are starting to move forward. There might have been a pause in some of your connections with love, for some of you Leos out there. And I see things really coming back into balance, but the challenge is putting the love in, accepting forgiveness, growing, changing, okay? King of Pentacles, stabilizing, Queen of Wands, Page of Wands. Ooh, you're taking that ace and you were paying it forward in the near future. That ace is moving into the page, okay? Divine justice, things coming back into balance, all right? You coming back into balance, feeling on fire, all right? Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, stabilizing yourself in energy, in a connection, bringing creativity into your work life. Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, major cards of creativity. Some of you are artists and you're going to start seeing money coming in. And you're like, finally, I'm getting recognized. Finally, Jenna, things are happening for me. Leo, I am very pleased with this reading. You should be too. Telling you, you've got, for those of you wanting love, you have love coming in. For those of you trying to improve your relationship, I mean, come on. this need for solitude, what you don't see coming, I think you're going to go out into the wilderness and you're going to start counting your blessings. We have the Star, the Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. You could be, I'm telling you, there's something happening in the collective. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's finding love and more prosperity, and they're healing and transforming and growing. And it's like, I think 2024, dare I say, could be like a magical year for the collective. It's the year of magic, at least over here in my corner. I mean, this is wish fulfillment. Whenever we see the Star and the Nine of Cups together, this is you taking your ideas, working hard at it, and making your dreams a reality, right? You could be needing to go out into the woods just to balance out all the work you're doing and rest and recuperate, okay, and heal. You have so much coming at you. You might be really busy. What you don't see coming is this prosperity, this love. Things are going to start moving faster, okay? There's a lot of momentum coming. There's a lot of great change. I think things were really slow in your previous cycle. This cycle, it's going to feel like, whoa, you're going to live like a year in a month, okay? So you need to make sure you take care of your body because you're going to be on work overload. The people who are the most successful work hard. And it doesn't mean that you have to hustle to get ahead, but you love what you do. So make sure you temper your energy, okay? And your output is equal to your input, okay? So whatever you're doing physically, mentally, emotionally in your work, you're actually giving back to yourself too throughout the day. That means hydrating, taking care of your body, eating nourishing foods, resting, going out on a retreat, taking a time out, okay? Because you have a lot of information coming at you. But it's almost as though the universe is saying, see, you did the work, you're growing, you're healing, new opportunities are coming in, you're feeling balanced, you got your karmic justice, you followed your intuition, you've grown more wise, you're now in a place of emotional maturity, things are stabilizing. I mean, my goodness, what's the hidden truth? The Queen of Vessel. This is the Queen of Cups. Look at her. She's like, yeah, I'm riding the wave. It's exhilarating. You're going into a phase of a true exhilaration. Pure exhilaration, Leo. Where you're alive. You're happy. Should we even clarify? Let's clarify that, and then we'll get some advice from Spirit. Queen of Vessel. I mean, and that's like this is about really being in love with what you're doing from day to day. You're riding the wave, man. I just heard it's killer. Like, it's just like when this whole embodiment that you found in the past, you started loving yourself, Leo. You started loving what you do. You had to make some important decisions in your life, and you made the right decision. You made the right decision. The angels are rejoicing. You could just be in a really, really happy vibe. And you don't even need a reason for that, people. You feel the divine spirit. You're feeling the spirit within you. Oh, a lot of you got a brand new beginning in love coming, and it's going to just light you up. You're going to fall. Some of you are falling madly in love this month. Madly in love. Wow. Coming together with your friends, celebrating life, celebrating love in your life. That's what I'm talking about. Life is a celebration, and when you're following I talked about this yesterday, when you're following the path you're meant to be on, your true destiny, oh my God, doesn't it feel so different than going down a path where you're like, this ain't it, this is not right. I think that you're flying. You're flying down the path that you're meant to be on, and your heart is so lit up. Queen of Cups, the hidden truth. You're full of love because you're investing in a beautiful, oh my God. Leo, I don't know what's going on. You people are making me lose my mind over here. Look at that. You're like, I am dancing. This is the car. You're falling, Leo. You're either madly in love with, like, so in love with someone, or you are falling madly in love with someone. I mean, we have the Queen of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Star. I mean, your wishes are coming true. You're calling in love. You're calling in commitment, whatever blocks you had, they served a purpose. I mean, you could be falling in love with what you do, okay? For those of you who are like, I don't really want to focus on romance, you're falling in love with yourself and what you do. You're doing what you love in the world. And if not, you have a beautiful circle of friends and family, and you are living the life. You could be traveling. You could be doing fun, amazing adventures out there in the world. I'm telling you, go out there and live. That's what we're here to do, people. We're here to live, to thrive, not just survive. Let's get some advice from Spirit. I mean, seriously? You had to walk away from heavy burdens to get to where you are. See, that's the thing. Sometimes we have to go through a lot of shit. We have to face the devil. We have to walk away from toxic things, toxic behaviors. And then you know what it feels like. See, that's the thing why we tango with that. Once you know what that feels like, you know how to avoid it and just say no to it in the future. The collective is rising. I am so freaking excited. The collective is rising. Golly. You know what? You went through hell and back, Leo. A lot of you went through hell and back in order to call in. And this soulmate coming towards you, this is a long time coming. I'm getting goosebumps. A lot of you went through a hell of a lot. You were like, you know what? I'm giving up on love. And then sometimes what happens, you get to that end point and you're like, screw this. I'm giving up. And then you start going deep into your healing work, right? And then it's like, oh my God, where did this person come from? I think you have an unexpected soulmate, and you got really tired on your path. Your advice from Spirit is, and also too, for those of you that have been in a connection a long time, you know what? There's going to be wounds. It's going to be hard. But if you persevere and you work at it and you believe in the connection and you both are putting in the time and the energy and the awareness and the love and the forgiveness and the understanding, and you're creating that safe space together to bring in your deepest vulnerabilities and your deepest wounding, and you're transforming. Some of you are transforming a connection. Either way, you were riding high, Leo. Enjoy it. Wow. Take care.